I haven't been to Brooklyn in a while. When one of your jobs is in the North Pole, you kind of forget what's in your backyard.
Truer words cannot be said, as Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, arrives in the middle of Brooklyn to witness a cavalcade of Moloids seemingly infesting its streets. Thankfully, the armored Avenger isn't alone.
There are hundreds of them. What is happening?
I don't know.
Do we fight them?
I don't know.
Curiously, the subterranean critters aren't chanting words of war.
New York, New York? Hey, I'm walking here. Cats!
Both Iron Man and Miles Morales, aka Spider-Man, do their best to subdue the parade of Moloids going around Brooklyn's streets until it dawns on them.
Normally the Mole Man runs the show for them, but I don't see him out there.
And this doesn't look like an invasion. I mean,
Which way to the Seinfeld diner? We love the Seinfeld!
So our two heroes decide to put an end to all the guesswork and just nab one of the Moloids off the street to find out what exactly they want. For one, the captive Moloid makes it clear that they're not rolling with their former overlord Mole Man this time.
So what are you little weirdos doing?
Generation after generation of Moloids tell stories about glory days of invading New York City. But for our generation, there is no invasion. We watch the television. We see the bright lights, the food, the excitement, the Seinfeld, the sex and the city, the friends. We want the excitement. Give us the Seinfeld.
And with that, the genius billionaire playboy philanthropist realizes this isn't an invading army. It's just a gaggle of tourists looking to see what the Big Apple has to offer. So Mr. Stark makes a move.
Still, we can't let them run wild like this. I need to call in the big guns.
what? They're just kids.
Relax. I'm not calling the army. I'm calling my former client relations and event coordinator.
Just like that, a crisis has been averted when Tony Stark gives the young Moloids a taste of New York hospitality. In other words, these young bottom dwellers have just gotten an all-expenses-paid trip care of the one and only Iron Man. Shortly after, Tony and Miles have a moment alone as the billionaire tech genius imparts some wisdom on the young web-slinger.
So that's it? You just throw money at a problem until it goes away?
When you can. If you can. It gives you more time to deal with the problems you can't throw money at.
I sure got enough of those.
Anything I can help you out with?
You ever hear of a guy called the Assessor?
Nope. Is he new?
I don't know, he's a tech guy. I thought you know the tech guys.
I know most of the tech guys, but if he's new... Miles?
And this is where their conversation takes a dark turn, as Miles reveals something truly horrifying that had happened to him recently.
He kidnapped me, ran tests on me, on my powers. Wanted to know how they worked, you know? Like anybody knows. But I guess there was money in it. Ran me till my heart was fit to burst. Gassed me, froze me, shocked me, cut on me. Said he was going to do it till my body gave out.
Superpowers or not, it's understandable for Miles to break down after recalling all of this.
Said he'd go after my family next. My dad and Uncle Aaron came and got me out. The Assessor and his crew bugged out, but they're still out there, you know?
Listening to all of it, old Shellhead only has one response for the young wall crawler.
You know, kid, this guy does sound like someone I want to meet.
And so Iron Man doesn't waste any time searching for the Assessor. Because to Tony, this twisted villain has crossed a line.
Kidnapping kids in Brooklyn. Taking them apart for science crime. Kids. In my backyard.
In fact, the Armored Avenger can't help but relate Miles's hard experience to what he had gone through in the past. Back when Tony himself was held captive by a criminal organization and made into a slave who created weapons for them.
But I was a man, an adult, not a kid.
And when he finally pings the Assessor's location, the proverbial gloves come off.
Assessor, running numbers is your thing, right? That and torturing kids. Tell me, how do you like your odds right now?
In classic comic book villain fashion, the Assessor sends out a bunch of random goons to meet the Armored Avenger. Of course, it only takes a single wide dispersal repulsor beam to yeet these scrubs. A few moments later, another squad of nameless thugs arrive to try and slow our hero's roll. And by this point, Tony has had enough of these fools.
Do you people not watch the news? I'm Iron Man.
Iron Man is taken by surprise when Quantum literally teleports his fist right into Tony's chin. And before our hero could realize how he underestimated his target, Quantum grabs him and teleports both of them to the Assessor's secret lair.
We will now commence provisional trials of Subject 045-02.
Assessor, I've been called a lot of things. I've even deserved most of them. But 045-02 is a new one.
But the assessor just ignores Tony and instead proceeds with these so-called trials. Iron Man tries to blow a hole through the lair's wall, but it just messes up his navigation systems. In response, Tony releases a couple of bug-like droids as a countermeasure against the assessor's little game. In the meantime, he finds himself inside a turbine chamber where he's forced to go through a combat scenario that the assessor designed. Iron Man bobs and weaves through the lasers shooting all across the room. And when he was done playing, the armored Avenger carpet bombs the whole chamber. However, each room Tony escapes only leads to another one, each containing a test that he knocks down one by one. All the while, we find out why exactly Mr. Stark has been playing along.
I could blast my way out at any time. Probably. But not knowing where I am, that could be dangerous. For me, and for others. Brooklyn, if I'm still in Brooklyn, is no place to set off some of what I'm packing. But I know deep down that's just what I tell myself so that I'll feel okay. Because the real reason I'm going through these tests is to get close to the assessor. Because I want, because I need, because I'm going to destroy him.
In the end, Tony manages to go through all the assessor's hoops, which leads him straight to his hideout. There, Iron Man is forced to deal with Quantum yet again. And after powering through a few of the villain's teleportation-powered strikes, Tony finds a way to get rid of this pesky henchman.
Quantum entanglement. I paired us for 180 seconds. Where you go, I go, and you're not going anywhere.
With Quantum out of the way, Tony is free to throw hands at the same man who tortured Miles.
I know a little about AI. Sniffed you out right away. That's why I dropped a couple Electo units in the building's infrastructure. Rapid attack, viral strike drones. They spun their little webs through a naughty little viral web. Go on. Try to broadcast your persona out and away from this body. To safety. You can't, can you?
No. Impossible. Inconceivable.
Wrong. Wrong. Invincible. Remember that.
And with a single chokeslam, a degree of retribution is achieved.
Now, let's download your consciousness into my system. Let's show you your new home, Assessor. No!
That's all for now, guys. We hope you loved watching this video and can't wait to read what you thought about it in the comments section below. Please don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe, and notification button to help us make more amazing content like this. And if you like this video, we're sure you're going to love the next one. So feel free to check it out. We'll see you soon. Take care.